he said, no, we aren't going to give him the death penalty. We are not going to want to sign a victim's paper. I'm not going to stand before God someday in my final passing the gate from St. Peter, assuming I get that far. And I have to stand before my Father someday. He says, and what did you do to make the world better? I'm just going to smile and say, I saved a life. And maybe if we can pass enough other states, maybe we'll save a lot more. And I did this in honor of my daughter. Now, I won't go into all the other sins I committed, but, you know, I'm going to try to play that up. You know, you got to play your strong suit first, right? So anyway, the district attorney was very, very angry. After that sentencing hearing, oh, I have to tell you what happened, first of all. He walks in, it's the first time we've ever seen him. He stood only feet away from us, and he had a public defender there. Beautiful man in Pennsylvania, a lawyer by the name of Dan Stevenson. And he had worked with us very closely through all this, and he turns to us, and all my family was there in front row. Courtroom was jammed. And he said, I would like to give a message to the Schieber family from the assailant. And I never say his name because it's, you know, a lot of people's, you know, murders become stars and heroes, and we've all heard of Drew Peterson, so yeah, I'm not going to go there. So anyway, he turned and he said, and my client would like to say thanks to the Schiebers for their belief in the sanctity of life. And he did not know he was doing it. He was sorry. Now, some people are very facetious and you know, makes, oh yeah, sure, he's sorry. But he already knew he was going to spend the rest of life. He knew he wasn't going to get the death penalty at that point. He was remanded to a federal prison without the possibility of parole. He would never get out another day. And I could sleep every night knowing I have no other family is going to go through what he went through. None. He will never get out. And I wanted to serve it, even though I understood and everything. You know, he was responsible for what he did, and he had to pay for the crime. I didn't ever want him to, but I wanted him forgiven, and we gave our forgiveness to him because people have to understand it's the most important story why we came to him. You know, we were researchers, we were teachers, we wanted to understand how could someone do this? How? We didn't know people like that. And you know, and I worked with the American Indians early on in my social work career. They had a saying, you can't really know anyone until you walk a mile in their moccasin. And we were going to try to walk a mile in the moccasin of this assailant and his family. I spent a long time with his mother, with his brother, and I found an unbelievable story. Here was Shannon, who had everything in life. Love, support, gifts. And here was this man. His father was a drug addict, died of an overdose, but all those years he was alive in that marriage, he was very violent to the woman. The two young boys grew up watching him. Violence was part of it. Now granted, when he got older and he knew he had problems, he could have gone for some help. You know, that we don't make those kinds of excuses. But it helps you to understand when you say, here was somebody just the opposite of Shannon. And that 1 second time when she breathed her last breath, two whole worlds came together. And I wanted to understand that. And I did. And I got to know the brother and the mother. And it was a horrible thing. My daughter didn't know. And I'm hoping that for the rest of his life, and he's 26 when he went in there, he lived a lot of years, to learn and be sorry for what he did, and to change himself and to learn peace, like I and my family had to learn peace. I pray every day for that man to find that peace and that healing. Because I knew I was giving him a chance to be redeemed. You know, Jesus can call the guy on the cross on one side and say, this day you shall be with me in paradise. And he could forgive the prostitutes and all the people he had to deal with in his life that did horrible, horrible things. I had to do that to him. Or I would bless him. It was a hard test. So now, the good things that came out of this, and what I do now, is to change in my daughter's memory a system that I learned at a very old age was a terrible